things keep getting worse for the less than smart Teresa Giudice over in Jersey. No, this is like the worst. I mean, I guess you can't get any worse than going to jail. But, okay, so Teresa's crisis manager, Wendy Feldman, has quit. Now, the first thing I thought was, well, Teresa doesn't have money to pay the bill. So, of course you're gonna quit. Well, that's not why she quit. She quit because Teresa wrote a letter to the judge requesting which prison she wants to go to. P.S. It's the one in Connecticut from Orange is the New Black. I am not lying. So Wendy quit on account of there's protocol, there's levels to this. You don't just write a judge and make requests. You know, first of all, you talk to your crisis manager, and your crisis manager does things. You know what I mean? There's less than smart. Here's what Wendy says. As I've tried to instruct Teresa, this is a process that must be respected. A designation to a camp is a gift, not a requirement. By making this request, Teresa has jeopardized months of work, months of preparation, and in fact may jeopardize where she ultimately is designated or sent. So now they're gonna send her to the worst hood prison ever. One of those prisons that look like Locked Up Abroad. Do you like Locked Up Abroad? Do you like that? See, that's my kind of TV also. I like that stuff. I don't know why. By the way, did you know that this Wendy here, the crisis manager, did 16 months in federal prison for fraud? I know! That's what I'm here for, to fill you in. Look. That means that Wendy does know the ins and the outs of the system, you know. Apparently, she bilked like a bunch of her wealthy constituents out of like $4 million. What was she in? What kind of fraud? Wire fraud. Yeah. It's so funny, when you're in the grocery store, you just never know who's standing in line behind you who's done time. Because I wouldn't have pegged her for being a jailbird because she's helping Teresa. I would have just thought, you know, she graduated from Brown and, you know, she studied whatever she does, crisis management. And anyway, this is a bad move, Teresa. Teresa, poor thing. You know what? I don't think Teresa even realizes that she's got a tick. She's got it. We've seen it through the TV so many times, and she goes into prison on January 5th, and goodness only knows where she's gonna end up doing her time, but by writing that letter to the judge, he'll probably really put the screws to her, you know? She'll be in there with murderers and stuff. Which is not fair. I think that they need to have prisons for every crime, you know, like wire fraud and white-collar crime over here. Stabbers and shooters in this prison, right? Child molesters in this prison. You know what I mean?